We are back with Clint Timothy from BELFOR Property Restoration. Excited to talk all about how they are helping first responders here in our area. So Clint, we were talking a little bit about BELFOR Property Restoration and everything it does to help people in times of disaster. Let's switch gears just a little bit and talk about how you're helping first responders here in this community.
Well, first, giving back and actually bringing first responders to the spotlight is a passion of our CEO's. He actually is part of a nationally syndicated television show it's called Hearts of Heroes. It's shown on ABC every Saturday morning. And the idea behind it is just to bring to front the heroes of our community and to say thank you. And every year we pick a different department, whether it's a police department or a fire department, and we like to bring lunch into them and just tell them thank you.
And you did that recently with the Park City Fire Department here.
We did. Great guys up here. And you can tell just in a very short amount of time the passion they have for their profession and how much they care about the community. And it's fun to sit and visit with them and get to know them on a one-on-one level and just hear about their lives and who they are outside of what they do for the community.
You know, there's so many different causes that you can decide to participate in as a business. I'm sure you're approached all the time to help with different things. Why did you decide first responders? It kind of makes sense with the type of company you are, but specifically really what connects you to them?
Well, you're right. It does, the line of work that we're in, we do rub shoulders quite frequently with firefighters and first responders. You know, they're obviously the first ones in, and we're usually following quickly behind to help clean up the disaster. And so we get a very unique look at what they do and how they do it. You know, I've set on fires at apartment complexes and watch these guys crawl into areas that nobody should be going into just to get a pet out. You know, you see them do things that you know, most of us would really shy away and run away from. And being in the line of work that I'm in and that we're in, we get to see it quite frequently.
Absolutely. And you're going to continue to do this throughout our community. You're going to continue to support the fire departments, bring them lunches, and help them when they need it.
Absolutely. Yeah. You know, ironically enough, those guys don't need much help, but we just like to say thank you. They're really truly the unsung heroes in our communities, and we like to just say thank you.
Are there any other causes that BELFOR really enjoys supporting?
Well, here locally, we do a lot with different support different. You know, it's typically in the form of golf tournaments and things like that. You know, the Hemophilia Foundation is one that we participate in on an annual basis, as well as the Juvenile Diabetes JDRF. We support causes with them, and on an annual basis, we have a food drive where we try and take several hundred pounds of food to the food pantry. We do this in the month of February. You know, when you visit with those good folks there, they tell us that is actually the time of year when they need it the most. You know, they've depleted their shelves from the holiday season, and they're looking for a little extra help. And so we usually do that second week of February.
You know, it's always inspiring to hear of big companies who are focusing so much time and effort and funds to really get out and help the community. So it's great to hear that you're doing this.
BELFOR is a fantastic company. Inherently I like to help people, and I'm one of the lucky ones. I've found a way to make a living doing it, and I work for a company that has a bigger heart than I do.
How long have you worked for BELFOR?
I've been with them for a little over 7 years now.
And what's your favorite part of your job?
Well, really the people I get to meet. You know, we get called in at some of the worst moments of people's lives, whether it's their home or their business, and to be able to walk through the situation and to be able to with all confidence to, you know, kind of put your arm around them and say, we got this. We're going to get you through this problem. And you know, BELFOR has has the unmatched resources with any of our competitors. Nobody can bring to bear what we can, and for me to be able to say that to somebody and know that, you know, they're not going to overwhelm me with the size of a project, whether it's, you know, a 30-story apartment complex, or it's, you know, your grandma's basement that has a little bit of water in the corner, and we're just there to give pointers. You know, we can take care of all of those situations.
And you're there to help during such an emotional time that can be really a difficult journey for so many. So I'm sure that you're so appreciative of everything that you do.
Oh, very much. Yeah, very much.
So where can we get more information about BELFOR Property Restoration and everything you're doing to help individuals with not only their properties, but also helping our community?
Well, our website, you know, BELFORUSA.com is a fantastic place to look. And it'll lead you to any of our local offices. We actually have an app that you can download, and I encourage all of my clients to do that, because when the adrenaline kicks in, you know, if there's a fire suppression system that went off and they've got 17 floors flooding, it's nice for them to be able to just grab their phone and touch a button and they can get a hold of us.
Absolutely. Well, thanks so much, Clint, for being here today and for helping out our first responders in our community and for helping people out when they really need it.
Well, thank you. Appreciate the time.
All right, check out BELFOR Property Restoration. They're here to help you. We're also very thankful that they're helping our firemen, specifically here in Park City. They just brought them lunch last week, and they're helping them throughout this community, fire departments all throughout Utah and the country. We have more coming up right after this. Stay tuned.